Jeremiah chapter 49:14. I have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, Gather ye together, and come against her, and ride up to the battle. And so when you look at this verse, this is letting you know that the Most High is going to raise up these nations against pretty much Babylon the Great, first of all. And that's how the war is going to start. And really, Babylon the Great, America, and its allies, he's going to raise up these other nations because they are the woman back in Revelation 17:18 that reigneth over the kings of the earth. Now, when you look at Jeremiah 14, Jeremiah 49:7, it says it's concerning Edom. And so this her, it said, and come against her and rise up to the battle. So that her is talking about the nation of Edom. And so America, they're going to have to go to war with these other nations, America and its allies. And so that's a major part of World War III, and how World War III will pretty much be going on when Yahushua, who the ignorant call Jesus Christ, come on the scene. How you say the fire would already be kindled. So when you go to Ezekiel chapter 1, it also talks about America getting into it with the other nations, America and its allies. Let's see. It's going to get right to the point. Ezekiel chapter 1. Salakia, not Ezekiel, Zechariah. Zechariah chapter 1. Let's see here, starting at verse 18, it says, Then I lifted up my eyes and saw, and behold, 4 horns. Now these 4 horns is America and its allies. The woman, pretty much in Revelation. The great city in Revelation. Okay, Ezekiel chapter 1 verse 19 is saying, I said unto the angel that talked with me, What be these? And he answered me, These are the horns which have scattered Judah, Israel, and Jerusalem. So when you look at Revelation 13:10, it tells you that the 2-horned beast, America and Britain, took people into captivity, and they were going to have to go into captivity for that situation. Then in Joel chapter 3, it talks about these 4 horns that scattered Israel and Jerusalem and Judah, or Israel and Judah, the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. So keep going in Zechariah chapter 1, it says in verse 20, And the Lord showed me 4 carpenters. See, that's Russia, China, Iran, North Korea, all these other nations teaming up against America and its allies. Verse 21, it says, Then said I, What come these to do? He spake, and he spake, saying, These are the horns which have scattered Judah, so that no man did lift up his head. But these are, when he say these, he's talking about the four carpenters. But these are come to fray them, to cast out the horns of the Gentiles, which lifted up their head over the land of Judah to scatter it. And so this is prophecy, prophesying about America being attacked and cast out by the other nation. America and its allies. Now, when it comes to the allies of America, they even gonna turn on America. Let's go to Revelation chapter 18 or chapter 17. Let's see here. 17 and verse 16 is saying, The 10 horns which you saw upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, talking about America, and make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. And this her is in verse 18. It says, And the woman which you saw is the great city, America, which reigneth over the kings of the earth. Now, America has 800 military bases out of the 840-something military bases. So, it's not even 100 military bases of the other nations. So, America is reigning over these other nations. That's why I say in Jeremiah 49:14 that he said, Rise up against her in battle, because they're going to rise up against America first, and then it's going to extend to the war in heaven with Yahweh and the angels. But first, they're going to deal with America. Now, you got Joel chapter 3. Let's get that. Because Joel talks about it. Before we get Joel, let me get Isaiah 34. It says, Come near, you nations, to hear, and heart listen, you people. Let the earth hear, and all that therein, the world and all the things that come forth of it. Verse 2. This is in Isaiah 34, verse 2. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter. So this is when Yahweh is going to come and join the battle after America is destroyed, or while America is being destroyed. But it gave the credit to the other nations to destroy Babylon. So pretty much Yahweh gonna come in after the fact, after these other nations have destroyed America. Because it's gonna be a spontaneous situation. The other nations are gonna send the rockets to the nuclear weapons to blow up America. And so Yahweh gonna get here before the nuclear missiles hit and deliver his people. And then he's gonna start destroying these other nations. But let's get Joel and let the Most High pretty much talk to these nations, because that's what he's going to do. Joel chapter 3. He said in verse 9, it said, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. See, that's what Jeremiah 49:14 said. Let the men of war rise up. Verse 10 it say, beat your plowshares into swords, your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. That's these other nations with nuclear weapons finally. Verse 11 it says, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Now, when you look at Jeremiah, it says, rise up against her. And so when you this Joel 3:11, how they translated it, they did it all wrong, because it should have said, cause the mighty kingdom to come down, O Lord, because it's talking about that mountain, Mount Seir, where he, the Yahweh, who they ignorantly called Jesus Christ, was telling his disciples to have faith that they can remove this mountain, or remove this kingdom. And so that's what Joel 3:11 is talking about. And Jeremiah 49:14 said, cause the mighty kingdom to come down, O Lord. You see? And so these other nations, when they get prepared for war and get their nuclear weapons, they're gonna blow America to smithereens. And so those are the major prophecies letting you know that they're gonna blow America to smithereens, even though Revelation 18, talking about Babylon the Great, is dedicated to America being blown to smithereens. When we go on to Revelation 18, I'm just get straight to the point. I think it's 18 and 18. It says, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? See, they're going to burn America according to Bible prophecy. Because they ask the question, what city you know in the world that's like America? And city just means habitation, where people in a place where people inhabit. And so a country is a place where people inhabit it. So it's in where is this great country? What country is like this great country? America. No other country has 800 military bases. And so this is what Babylon the Great is. That whore, that woman that reigneth over the other kings of the earth. And that the other nations and America's own allies is going to turn on her and burn her with fire. And so I'm going to leave it there. All praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Hashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the elders pushing the truth. Peace to thee, elect worldwide. Our kingdom is at hand. Shalom.